Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I am reviewing The Walking Dead Season 2 for the PS4. The Walking Dead Season 2 is an episodic adventure game developed by Telltale Games. In the second season you play as Clementine, who was one of the lead characters in the first season. Clem becomes part of a new group early on in this new season. Together they start a journey to a new community rumoured to be in Michigan. So as with the first game, there is a road movie vibe to it. It's a group of people in a zombie apocalypse trying to survive as they seek a safe place to live. The zombies are the least of your worries. As usual, the people in this dark world are far more insidious and far more dangerous to Clem and her new friends. So if you've never played a Telltale game, it's more like a decision-based interactive movie than a hands-on game. You do have some quick-time events and action sequences, but on the whole it's about the narrative and about your moral choices and decisions, and how those choices affect your relationships with the other survivors. It's an interesting difference in this second season playing as a child and how the adults treat you. It's a different perspective to the first game, but essentially the game style is the same. Be careful who you trust and be careful how you treat people, because everything you do has a consequence, no matter how good you think you're being. One of the differences I noticed in this season is the way things can really descend into ultra-violence and anger between the characters. It seems a lot more prevalent, maybe because the apocalypse has gone further down the line, people are just less patient. There are some truly traumatic moments here where people really turn on each other, and it's horrifying at times. It's a really interesting take on what the zombie apocalypse is doing to people emotionally, and how the trauma and the stress manifests itself in their ordinary minds, because these are just ordinary people that are under extraordinary pressure. Again, I can't really tell you much more about the story because it will give a lot of the core gameplay away, but it's as good as the first game in terms of narrative, and you encounter some very interesting dilemmas and interesting characters along the way. The graphics are pretty much the same as the first season. I wouldn't say it's a jump in quality, but it's, it still looks nice. It has that comic book cel-shaded style, it suits the style of the game, and it looks good. It's not like going to blow your mind or anything, but it suits the tempo and the style. The sound, music and voice, again, is exceptional. The writers have again done a fantastic job, and the acting team really make the material better by their performances. They really deliver on the words. Some of the performances are just so powerful, and in some scenes it really just makes your jaw drop. It's amazing. Really powerful, and you can watch this and interact with it in awe. Such a sort of emotional game. The music again is really good, very atmospheric, perfectly scored, really somber, really depressing, really kind of moody, and suiting the style of this kind of despair that you're stuck in. Okay, so what's good and what's bad? What's good? The story is even more powerful than in the first game. Choices seem to be more brutal and horrifying this time. The music, voice acting and overall sound quality is superb. The game carries over decisions made in the previous games, and that affects certain elements of the game. The characters are possibly more interesting on the whole than in the first game. What's bad? As with the first game, it's a little bit short and it leaves you wanting more and more, but I guess that's a good point as well. Yeah, that's the only negative I can say. Okay, so what is the verdict? The Walking Dead Season 2 is a fantastic follow-up to the first season. The dynamic is different as you play as Clementine, but the story is as captivating as the first game. And it's possibly more traumatic and brutal than the first story because the apocalypse has gone on a bit longer and people are just becoming more brutal and harder. It's another fantastic story where you can shape and guide Clementine's relationships with the other survivors and live with the consequences. So my score for The Walking Dead Season 2 is 9 out of 10. Okay, that's the review done. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.